Hi everyone. I'm just letting you guys know that I won't be posting any YouTube videos for the next couple of weeks, not until October because I am actually going on a trip, my very first trip all by myself. I am actually going somewhere where it's sunny and 75. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard that song before. It's a country song, but I love that song. I can't remember who sings it, but yeah, I'm going somewhere warm. I am scoping out my new home. I wouldn't say that I bought a home or anything, is I'm visiting a place, a warm, tropical, I wouldn't say completely tropical, but it's warm year round. There are palm trees, there is beaches nearby, there are fruits growing on trees, fruits on trees, and I am so excited. And it's a place where there will never ever be any more snow, ice, freezing cold temperatures, no 50 below, no 60 below, no, not even 0, not even 32 degrees. It is always 50 degrees and warmer. So a year-round warm place, and it's very sunny, and I am scoping out my new home. I'm really wanting to move. A lot of you guys have uh, if you followed me on my last channel, you guys had a pretty good idea of my living conditions up here in Fairbanks, Alaska. And a lot of you guys know who are in cold climates. You know, some of you who are on some extreme cold areas like I am too. You know what 20 below feels like. You know what 30 below feels like. You know what 40 below feels like. And some of you are in windy areas where it can probably get your temperatures, your wind chill down to like minus 70 or minus 80. So there are people, I understand, out there, and even other Alaskans who know what I'm talking about. And I was born and raised up here in Fairbanks, Alaska, and it is my home, but I am finding a new home. It's 2017 now, and I am 28 years old, so I've been in Fairbanks, Alaska, living every day of my life for 28 years. And I've had enough. I've had enough. I have truly had the Alaskan experience, though, because a lot of people, based off of what you see in my videos, you guys don't know the whole story. You don't know the whole story. You don't know what I've been through, what I've done up here in Alaska, what I've seen, what I've endured every day of my life. Because in each area, we all have different living conditions that we endure every day. I mean, not every place is perfect, okay? I completely understand that, but there are a lot of other better places than Fairbanks, Alaska. And yes, don't get me wrong, you guys, Alaska is beautiful, most definitely. And I most certainly would stay in Alaska if it just wasn't so cold and so dark and the light wasn't so screwy, because in the summertime it's never ending sunlight, which a lot of people like, but then in the wintertime it's like never ending darkness. And I know what changed me was when I went low fat raw vegan. And a lot of you guys know, like I mentioned in some of my other videos, I went low fat raw vegan in August 2013, so it's 2017 now, so it's been 4 years. And even growing up, I've been okay with living conditions up here, but I've always thought like, oh, it's just something you got to go through. But now that I'm old enough and I've changed my health, I've really realized that, you know what, a good quality life is not in a cold climate. I've learned that human beings were not designed to be in a cold climate. I can certainly vouch for that 100%. And I feel it, and that's another reason why I started a YouTube channel, because you most certainly can be low-fat raw vegan in cold climates, in extreme climates, no doubt about it. You certainly can. I've been doing it, and there's a lot of other vegans and There's actually a lot of cooked vegans up here in Alaska, but there's other raw vegans up here as well, and in Alaska. So it's not just me, it's not just Miss Stace, guys. There's not a whole lot of people, but there are some. You know, there are some. So it is doable, of course, and it's not just Alaska. It's everybody who is at the same latitude on the Earth as Alaska. I mean, because when a lot of people hear of Alaska, they think, oh, wow, cold. Well, yeah, oh, wow, yeah, and very cold, yeah. But it's not just Alaska. It's also all those other places throughout the world that's at the same latitude as Alaska, too. And then some of you guys who get closer down into Canada, and then of course, and there's some of you who, once you get past the equator and go further south, to the South Pole, I'm not sure, you can't really go very far down to the South Pole, but the North Pole, yeah, there's a lot of places, a lot of people live in Arctic conditions. But for me, I've learned, yeah, I've really learned that, I mean, I want to live somewhere where I can be outside year-round, where I can grow produce, where I can live my life a little bit easier. And I'm not saying that we should all go to a hot climate where the sun is scorching you. That's not what I'm getting at. For me, I don't want to be in a hot climate. I don't want to be in a hot climate. I don't want to be scorched by the sun, but I also don't want to be frozen. I also don't want to be frozen like an ice cube all the time, you know? And but for me, you guys, I'm trying to find the happy medium, and this is my first step, and God has led me each way, each baby step and everything, and I finally have done it. And so, like I was mentioning, is a lot of you guys kind of have a feel, I kind of gave you guys a feel on my last channel about how it is up here, but you still don't know the full details. I certainly wish I had a video editor. I want to do so many vlogs for you guys, and I wanted to in the past, but I just don't have the technology. I just don't have the technology, and I tried to capture what I could on my last channel, and I'm trying to capture what I can now, and I'm not a YouTube person, really. I love doing these videos, but I just can't do life and have the camera videoing it all the time. That's hard for me to do. It's not my forte. It's not my forte at all, but I most certainly would love to do vlogs later on in the future. But I'm just letting you guys know that I won't be posting for a while, but I most certainly am wanting to post on my Instagram. So I have my Instagram link in each one of my, the descriptions of each one of my videos, and there's also a link in my banner on my YouTube channel. If you're on a desktop view, you can click that and it'll go to my Instagram. So I'll be posting videos or mini videos and pictures of when I'm on my trip. I'm going to try to. I'm not saying I'm going to, but I'll try to. But nonetheless, I'll definitely be taking lots of videos and pictures and everything, and then eventually posting them when the time comes. But I just wanted to mention to you guys also that that's the Scooby-Doo on that. But yeah, just to kind of tie back into the Alaskan experience and everything, because a lot of you, based off what I was trying to get to finish my train of thought there, guys, was what you guys see is not the whole story. I have done so much up here in Alaska. I have truly had the Alaskan experience. There's been a lot of people who have commented otherwise, and I'm like, you know what, that's just fine. That's just fine, because people don't know the whole story. Just like with you guys, if you have a YouTube channel, I don't know your whole story. All I see is what you post, and all you guys see is what I post. But what I've done is I've done a lot. All growing up, I have going to school every day when it's 10 below, 20 below, and on average like 15 below every day during the winter time, and snow and ice. And then when it gets down to 30, 40, 50 below, and I felt minus 60 below, it ain't fun. Doing regular life up here is not fun. It's hard. It's rough, and it's tough, and it's hard. And there are some people who love the cold, who love that challenge. But you know what? I have been challenged like that every day of my life growing up, that, you know what, I'm done. I am so done. I have dealt with it, and I'm just like, okay, it's enough. It's enough. Okay, it's enough. And And when you look at it in a health aspect, it really damages your health. It really does. It's actually really hurt me. I mean, when I got into my running, I mean, I've done tons of sports. I've been in a bowling league. I've done softball for many years. I used to be in softball for a long time. I used to, there was skiing, of course, sledding, lots of sledding outside. But then I've also used to be a big snow machiner. I used to snow machine all the time. I have tons of snow machining stories. There's one snow machine trip in particular that I'll never forget that my dad and my Uncle Ray went on, is when we went back to Mount Prindle. It was, going through those mountain valleys in that deep snow is, so fun. I remember the perfect day, but I've also done tons of hiking. I mean, when I was really into my exercising and everything, I've did tons of hiking, done tons of camping. I've gotten lost in the woods, okay? And even in the wintertime, I remember a group of us, my family and everything, we went snow machining, but it was before these new high-powered snow machines. And we had Yamaha Bravo snow machines, okay? Those don't get very fast. And I remember we actually got lost. We kind of got lost, and my uncle Daryl, I remember we were trying to cross a creek, but the creek wasn't completely frozen yet, and so my Uncle Daryl went first, and he actually broke through the ice, and we had to start a fire. It was getting colder outside, and we were kind of running out of gas and everything. So I mean, I've had a lot of situations like that, and yeah, they were fun and invigorating at the time, but it's like I don't do that anymore because my injuries kind of have stopped me from snow machining too. But I used to snow machine so much with my family and friends and family and everything. We used to go out to the White Mountains, Mount Prindle, Eagle Summit, Cantwell, also Cantwell. If some of you guys are from Alaska, you know the places I'm talking about. And so I mean, it's fun snow machining, but I mean, I used to do that a whole lot, but I don't do that no more. And then of course, then I got into running, and for several years, for about 5-6 years, I was running outside even when it's 40-50 below every day, not missing a day. I mean, it's rough and tough on your body, and then running in that snow and on that ice it's a workout. Most certainly it's a workout, but it kind of damages you a little bit. Sure wipes you out though. But I know I've done tons of hiking and camping. I've been to Valdez, Seward, Kenai, Anchorage, Denali. I've been wanting to show you guys Denali too, because from Fairbanks, when you're up on the hill, you can actually see Mount McKinley, Denali, and I wanted to show that to you guys too, but I just can't get to it. But yeah, I've done a lot of that. I've even hiked the Chilkoot Trail. If you don't know what the Chilkoot Trail is, it was a 33-mile trail. I did it a long time ago with my family and some friends we had, and it's a 33-mile trail, and it was an access route from the coast to the Yukon goldfields in the 1890s. So when the Klondike Gold Rush was going on, it's something you should do. The hiking the Chilkoot Trail is amazing, and seeing these pictures of the gold miners, what they had back then, and they went through the pass, and when it was 30-40 below, it was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how they even did it back then with the stuff that they had, and I'm like, whoa. But the Chilkoot Trail is something I think you should do. It's really cool because you see a lot of the old remnants, artifacts and stuff along the trail and stuff. But I remember going to, I think it's Whitehorse. We started in Skagway, and then there's a certain train depot you walk the trail through the pass to the train depot, and it takes you back to Skagway. But I remember going to Dawson City also, and I've done so much. I've done gold mining. That's what Fairbanks kind of is that's kind of what brought people to Alaska, is the gold. But I know there's a lot of gold mining up here. There's tons of old gold dredges, and I've operated gold mining equipment, the sluice box. I've been in the sluice box. I've been in I've actually operated a Hitachi before, but those big mining equipment is really fun. It's fun, but I've done that a couple times. But I mean, there's no gold panning and everything, and you know, just recreationally and stuff. And actually being at other gold mines and stuff. I mean, it's rough and tough. It's dirty, and you're out there in the bugs, and it's cold, and it's a lot different weather when you're out at a gold mine too, when you're out because the weather is a lot different way out in the boonies than it is in town, you know. But so I've done tons of that. I've seen the aurora, tons of so many nights, beautiful. It's wonderful to see the northern lights. The ones I've seen are all green, but I know they do get to purple and red. Some people have seen red ones up here and purple ones and blue ones, but I've just mostly seen green ones, and they are fabulous. The aurora borealis, the northern lights, is pretty fabulous to see. And then my Uncle Randy, the Prudhoe Bay. I mean, my Uncle Randy works up at Prudhoe Bay, so that's at the tip of Alaska. He sends me texts, pictures of what it looks like up there and everything. I'm like, Randy, it ain't no different than Fairbanks, okay? But it is like completely Arctic, like you see on those Alaska television shows on the television too. So but of course, tons of blueberry picking, raspberry picking. You know, there's a lot of different fruits that grow naturally up here that you can pick. Like right now, or actually it's kind of past now, is the Alaskan blueberry season has been in motion and everything. And I just didn't catch that for you guys. I wanted to take you guys out there, and of course Valdez is a lot of fishing. That's fishing. I've seen tons of Alaskan animals: black bears, grizzly bears, brown bears, the moose are so common up here, red fox, huge birds, ravens, huge ravens, of course tons of different types of fish. And ptarmigan, you know, there's wolves also. There's wolves, muskox, reindeer, snowshoe hares. I mean, kind of, yeah, name it. And then the dog mushing. A lot of dog mushing up here. I haven't dog mushed, but I've seen it. I see it all the time. And actually, my grandpa Red, Richard or Redfox Olson, he recently passed away in October 2016, this last year, and he actually, if you can just look him up, I think there's a couple of videos on the YouTube, old videos of him and my Uncle Randy coming to I think it's Fairbanks or Valdez, coming in with it. But he took the first barrel of oil from Prudhoe Bay to Valdez by dog sled. My grandpa did that. My Richard Red Fox Olson. So you can look him up. He wrote a book. It was a little pamphlet book. I should have gotten it for you guys, but you can just look him up. And he recently passed away, but he's done some amazing things in his life, and I'm happy to share that here now on my YouTube channel. I mean, it's pretty cool. And he's done the Iditarod. He actually created the original design of the Iditarod burl arch. The original one is not used because that was the one he built, but it has, over the years, it has fallen apart, so they rebuilt it. But that design was my grandpa's, and he was the one that brought the red lantern in too. There's something with the lantern with the Iditarod and stuff. But so yeah, you can look up Richard Red Fox Olson if you want to check him out and kind of see anything about that if you're interested. And there's some pictures with my uncle Randy in there too. My Uncle Randy, he was a teenager at that time. But I mean, there's a lot you guys don't know about my Alaskan life up here. And for me, I have lived the Alaskan life, and I'm done. I want to live somewhere where it is warm and I can live my life and not be frozen. I know what you have to endure. I've always done outside sports, most certainly, you guys, but I've done it so many years that I just cringe at it now. And just doing regular everyday life, I just cringe because there's so much you have to do just to get to your vehicle, or just to get to the grocery store, just to go from one building to the next. It's to me, it's very rough and tough now, and I've had enough of it. I've done it for almost 30 years now. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, guys, so sorry if this video's gone on long enough, but I kind of intended it to be kind of a longer video so I could just kind of give you guys an inside of my true Alaskan life. I wish I could, like, I know there's such thing as GoPros, those head helmet things where you can put a camera on your helmet, and I wish I could do that and go take you guys on so many snow machining rides. I wish I would have known about that in the past and stuff. That would be so cool to show you guys all that, because it's amazing. Snow machining is very fun, and where I've been, it's been in the valleys, in the mountains, in deep snow, in the powder. Awesome. It's very fun. It is. But my life has changed, and it's changing now, and I feel God providing a push and a pull to go where it's warm. And the same with you guys. If God is giving you guys a push and a pull somewhere cold, well, Alaska's your place, okay? Alaska's your place. Bypass Canada, okay? Go straight to Alaska. All right, and but yeah, I just, for me, you guys, I want to go somewhere where I can grow my food year round. I can be outside year round. I can be where it's warm. I don't have to bundle up. I don't have to worry about all this extra stuff just to live everyday life. Okay, so that's me there, guys. So I'll let you guys go. Remember to love being raw, you guys. Put a big ol' smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you guys, and I'll see you guys next video. I'll see you in a couple weeks, okay, guys? Bye, guys.